Hello, Galactic family. Hope you're all well and calm and centered, connected with your heart space and present in the moment. Thank you, Richard, for the awesome intro. Super excited by that. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the Mayan-Sirian Connection. Sirius, the brightest star in our sky, was considered to be the home of the Galactic Minds. And for more information about who the original Mayans were, you can watch the video called Who Were the Original Mayans? Sirius is located in the Eye of the Dog, Canis Major, and that is why it's also called the Dog Star. Sirius is actually a binary star system composed of Sirius A and Sirius B, which is invisible to the naked eye. To locate Sirius in our night sky, find Orion's belt, those three bright stars in a row. Then follow an imaginary line through these stars all the way to Sirius, which is just above the horizon. The star shines a steel blue unlike any other star. It's not only the Mayans that were aware of the importance of this star. The Egyptian people and the Dogon people in Africa were also aware. Actually, the Egyptian New Year corresponds to the Mayan New Year, the 26th of July. On this date was when the heliacal rising of Sirius would begin. Sirius can be seen in our night sky for 9 Gregorian months. For 3 months, it was considered that it would disappear into the underworlds. Its rising would correspond to the flooding of the river Nile in Egypt, representing a time of abundance and prosperity, giving nourishment to the people. The Dogon people from the southwestern part of the Sahara Desert in Africa say that they received their knowledge from visitors from another star system. The knowledge about Sirius is central to their religious teachings. They believe that Sirius is the axis of the whole universe and that from it all matter and all souls are created in a great spiraling movement. And although Sirius B is invisible to the naked eye and you'd actually need a telescope to see it, it turns out that the Egyptians, the Mayans, and the Dogons were all aware of the existence of both stars. In the Egyptian culture, Sirius had both masculine and feminine qualities to itself, associated with Osiris and Isis. Sirius is a galactic outpost for higher knowledge in this part of the galaxy. Thus, when the Mayans aligned their calendar system and its cycles with the cycles of Sirius and its appearance in our night sky, they assured a galactic synchronization for the terrestrial cycles. The codes and cycles of the Mayan calendar and the cycles of Sirius are correlated in a very beautiful and magical way. So, the sacred Mayan calendar, the Tzolk'in, is composed out of 13 lunar tones and 20 solar seals, creating a harmonic matrix of 260 units. For more information about how to read this calendar, you can watch the video, The Structure of the Tzolk'in. Today, we generally tend to think of numbers as something that represents quantity, such as I have 2 bananas and 5 strawberries and 10 kilograms of apples. But quantification is just one function of numbers. For the Mayans, each number represents a multitude of qualities and has a specific frequency. This qualitative function of numbers was very important for them. While for us, the measurement of time represents the counting of a sequence of quantitative units, such as days, weeks, months, years, hours, or minutes, for the Mayans, time represents a function of the principle of harmonic resonance. In the codes of the Mayan calendar, when you start analyzing them, you'll see the continuous appearance of certain key numbers such as 13, 20, 26, 52, and fractals of these numbers such as 260, 5200, 26,000, and so on. 52 is the number of gap days found in the Tzolk'in, which are those green-colored units. Gap days are like interdimensional nodes between this plane of existence and other more subtle dimensions, and you can watch the video called The Gap Days for a better understanding of them. But 52 is also 26 times 2 or 13 times 4, and if we look closely at the gap days, you'll see that we have 26 units on one side and 26 on the other, the mystical 7th column resting in the middle of them. Or we can look at them as 13 sets of 4 units each, grouping them from the corners. This 52-unit pattern is called the Loom of Maya, and we can think of it as the resonant galactic framework, enclosing and providing the skeleton needed to weave together the total 260-unit matrix of the Tzolk'in. 52 is also a fractal of the 5200 tune galactic synchronization beam, which ended in 2012, a tune being a 360-day cycle. You can watch the video called 2012 Ending of the 13th Baktun of the Yellow Sun for more information about these bigger units of time. In the Dreamspell calendar, which is a modern version of this ancient calendar system composed of the 13-moon calendar and the Tzolk'in, a 52-year cycle called the Solar Galactic Cycle, where each day is unique, is thus created. Because the 13-moon calendar has 365 days and the Tzolk'in has 260, it takes 52 years for the same interaction of lunar tone, solar seal, and day of the year to repeat itself. Also, in the 13-moon calendar, we have 52 weeks within a year because we have 4 weeks within a month and 13 months. And you can watch the video, The Structure of the 13-moon calendar, for a better understanding of how to read this calendar system. We also have 5 destiny castles, each of them composed of 52 days, but we'll be talking about them some other time. So, what's the deal with the number 52 and Sirius? Well, it takes 52 years for Sirius B to rotate around Sirius A. 52 is the number of the Sirius code. This provides a synchronization of the solar-lunar cycles of the Dreamspell with the cycles of Sirius. The Dreamspell calendar is a synchronometer, and by following this calendar system, we can elevate our minds and bodies to be in solar galactic synchronization with the consciousness of the higher dimensional beings from Sirius. The 365th day of the year is called Day Out of Time, happening on the 25th of July. This is the day which is outside any week of the month, a perfect day for celebrating love, tolerance, understanding, and universal forgiveness. It's also a day for celebrating the dawning of the 4th dimensional Syrian consciousness on planet Earth, which is said to have occurred after 2013. This is all part of the Galactic Mayan mission. The Galactic Minds are planetary navigators and mappers of the psychic field of planets and solar systems, including our own home. They are a telepathic culture, which means that their perception, wisdom, and communication comes from a higher degree of telepathic attunement with the cosmos. The Syrian Council is responsible for the supervision of our Milky Way galaxy. It's responsible for uniting the solar systems within the Milky Way and aligning them to the cosmic central sun, the Hunapku, as a necessity of the unified field itself. The mission of the Mayans was to place our planet Earth and its solar system in synchronization with a larger galactic community. Their key purpose was to deliver to us their galactic calendar, the Tzolk'in, the harmonic matrix. Harmony is their signature. The harmonization of the qualities of mind with nature is their path and their goal. And just by tuning into that harmony, we can tune into their frequency. The fact that the 13-moon calendar and the Tzolk'in create a 52-year permutation cycle makes the Dreamspell calendar the perfect instrument for synchronizing with the Syrian cycles. We can actually call the 52-year solar galactic cycle a Syrian cycle. This cycle is a way through which we can attune our human consciousness to the higher vibrational frequencies of Sirius, and we can channel that frequency. By using this calendar, we can lift ourselves into a truly galactic consciousness and order of reality. The root of this higher consciousness is the relationship between Sirius A and B. Sirius A is from Alpha, the primary, and Sirius B is for Beta, the secondary. While Alpha represents one of the 7 radial plasmas, the throat chakra, and you can watch the video called The 7 Days of the Week to understand what I'm talking about, Beta is a super plasma bonding agent. In their spiraling motion, Sirius B going around Sirius A, as they get closer to each other, the stars both begin to spin faster as tidal forces become stronger until they swap places with one another. This energy releases magnetic fields to our sun and all other suns in the Milky Way, which in turn transmit this electromagnetical field to the planets which are around them. This defines the Syrian cycle as an archetypal field of resonance between two celestial bodies of different proportions, synergizing each other to create a great field of cosmic consciousness and plasmic energy. This 52-unit Loom of Maya represents the operating principle of the galaxy itself. Always keeping in mind that numbers represent symbolic qualities which describe the potential of our reality, we can thus see the interconnectedness and interdependency of everything. The 52-unit Loom of Maya and the 260 harmonic matrix of the Tzolk'in woven by it contain a resonant galactic keyboard to help us dial up the galactic frequencies of Sirius. The Mayan harmonic matrix reveals to us a set of patterns which are both mathematically precise and also quite poetic and philosophical once you get into studying them. It's a pattern in which the human is completely interwoven, not as a supreme conqueror or ruler of nature with the right to exploit it, but as a mythical agent created by both terrestrial and galactic forces. By following the Dreamspell calendar, you can open up to a whole new reality, one where galactic forces merge with the terrestrial, one where harmony and synchronicity become the norm. So that's it for today. If there are any questions about the 13-moon calendar or the Tzolk'in, or if you're interested in discovering your galactic signature, your kin, you can feel free to send me a message either on my Facebook page or on my email. Until the next time, wishing you a most purifying day in Lak'Ech.